The story title is The Airport Girl I Almost Never Met. It was supposed to be a quick stop, just a layover in Dubai, on my way to a new life in Australia. I had everything planned out. I'd get to the airport early, grab a coffee and a sandwich, find my gate, and wait for boarding to be announced. Simple, right? Yeah, until my flight was delayed 3 times. And by the 3rd delay, I was starving and desperate for a caffeine fix. So when I saw a cafe with a line, I thought, YOLO, let's do this. Little did I know that this seemingly ordinary cafe would end up being anything but. That's when I saw her. She was sitting alone at a table by the window, deep in thought, a half-empty cup of coffee in front of her. I didn't mean to stare, but there was something about the way she looked, so lost in her thoughts, yet so beautiful, I couldn't help myself. I sat down at the table next to hers, got my own coffee, and took a deep breath. The anxiety I'd been feeling from the delays suddenly vanished. I didn't know why, but I felt an instant connection with her. I watched as she took another sip of her coffee, her eyes still gazing out the window. Must have been an hour or 2, but it felt like only seconds. When I finally worked up the courage to turn to her and strike up a conversation, she looked at me with the most beautiful smile I'd ever seen. "Hey," I said, hoping I didn't sound too awkward. "Do you mind if I sit here?" I gestured to the empty seat across from her. "Not at all," she replied, her voice like music to my ears. In fact, I was hoping someone would join me. It's been a while since I've had good conversation, and that's how it started. We talked for what felt like hours, not about superficial things, but about life, our dreams, our fears, our everything. I told her about my plans to move to Australia, to start fresh, to chase my dream of becoming a writer. She listened intently, her eyes shining with interest. When it was her turn to share, I learned that she was going through a breakup, that she'd just ended a 2-year relationship. My heart went out to her. We talked about everything and nothing. We laughed, we cried, we reminisced about past experiences and made plans for future adventures. There was no exchanging of numbers, no names, just 2 souls connecting on a deeper level than I'd ever experienced before. I told her my name, but I never asked for hers. Somehow, it didn't matter. In that moment, all that mattered was the connection we shared. The time flew by, and before I knew it, it was time for me to board. We exchanged smiles, tears welling up in both our eyes. I knew it was goodbye, but a part of me hoped we'd meet again. As I walked away, I turned back to see her watching me go, her hand resting on the windowsill. I didn't look back. I couldn't. The pain of knowing I'd probably never see her again was too much to bear. On the plane, as I settled in, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something had shifted within me. The girl I'd met, the one who had broken my fast and made me laugh until my stomach hurt, had somehow changed my perspective. I realized that sometimes the most meaningful connections happen at the most unexpected times. Weeks turned into months, and I settled into my new life in Australia. I threw myself into my work, trying to find my rhythm as a writer, yet a part of me couldn't help but wonder about the coffee girl. Had I really imagined her? Was she as real to me as the ache in my heart? One day, a few months after my flight to Australia, I was browsing a bookstore near my apartment. I was searching for a new novel to dive into when I heard a familiar laugh. I stopped in my tracks and turned toward the sound. And there she was, the coffee girl, laughing with a group of friends. Time seemed to stop. All the rational thoughts in my head ceased to exist. There was only the sight of her, the echo of her laughter. Could it be her? This can't be her. What are the odds? I stood there, frozen, torn between calling out to her and disappearing into the crowd. The idea of revealing myself sent shivers down my spine. What if she didn't remember me? What if she didn't feel the same connection I did? 1,000 thoughts raced through my mind. As if sensing my gaze, she turned. Our eyes met, and recognition dawned on her face. A smile spread across her lips, as bright and beautiful as I remembered. "Hey," she called out to me, her voice full of warmth. "Fancy meeting you here?" And in that moment, I knew that the universe had a funny way of bringing people back into your life when the time was right. As I walked towards her, my heart pounding, I couldn't help but wonder what this chance encounter meant. Would it lead to something more? A second chance at the connection we'd forged in that cafe all those months ago? Only time would tell. But as I looked into her smiling eyes, I felt a surge of hope. Maybe the coffee girl who changed my world was meant to be a part of my story. Not just then, but now and forever. If you liked the story, hit the like and subscribe button.